If I could describe the Get My Life tour in one word, it would be vulnerability. Showing up for yourself is so important. Welcome to the Get My Life tour. I'm your host, Lydia T. Blanco. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Get My Life tour. It is me, your host, Lydia T. Blanco, and y'all know I'm hype, I'm elated, I'm excited because you decided to show up and take center stage in your life. I am also hype because it's a celebration, okay? I feel like I should definitely have some sound effects, but before I get into all of that, if this is your first time tuning into the Get My Life tour, welcome. Thank you for being here. If this is your third, seventh, or 76th time tuning into the Get My Life tour, welcome back. Thank you for being on tour, and thank you for being, committed to yourself. Look, I'm hype. I'm tripping over my words. I am thrilled because this is episode 76 of the Get My Life tour. Now, I know typically you would celebrate like the 75th episode, but on that stop of the tour, so many of us were blessed by Nori and what she shared about, experiencing transformation. And as I planned on what the 75th episode would be, that seemed perfect. Right as we are on tour, as we are continuing to journey, as we are continuing to show up for ourselves. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something that typically is not done. And I'm going to celebrate the 76th, episode, but all of what we have been able to do here on the Get My Life tour. So it is with a full heart that I say thank you. And this stop on the tour is legit a celebration, a lituation, a turn up fest, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's what this is. And it's because when I first started on this journey, I didn't know what in the world the Most High was going to do in me and through me as I decided to have these conversations publicly, ask people to come on tour, ask others to show up, to tune in, download, subscribe, review, log on to the website, all these things. I didn't know what that would look like. And here we are nearly 2 years in to being on tour. And when I tell you I couldn't ask for anything more, I really am satisfied, right? And that is like the root of enough. And while I have dreams and aspirations and all of these things, I am satisfied. And that is such a good feeling. I know what it's like to not be fulfilled, feel fulfilled, be satisfied. I know what that feels like. So to have that experience here on tour with you really means a lot to me. So thank you for being here. Okay. Look, I was looking at my numbers. I had a conversation about podcasting this week and the importance of getting started and understanding the business and building community. And I'm so glad that I'm able to say those things truthfully because I know them to be true for myself, right? And I have this experience. But what's more important than that is literally the community that we have been able to build, that I've been able to build, and that we all get to be a part of. And y'all, I got so excited because I could not believe the amount of people who have been tuning in. Like, I couldn't believe it, but I couldn't believe it because I was just like, yo, okay, God, you did that. And then I became overwhelmed with gratitude. And honestly, it's because of you. Yes, you. It is because you show up. It is because you tune in and listen with your heart. It's because you are committed to your process of evolution, right? We are ever evolving, and you being here just really, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has set the standard for where we are going on tour, right? So I want to do a quick shout out, right? And it may not be as quick, but I want to make sure that I don't leave anyone out. I told you it's a celebration, and I feel like I'm center stage right now, getting my award, and I'm about to, thank everyone, and the music is going to come on. But this time around, like, the music is not going to cut me off, and the Academy is not going to tell me to have a seat. Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. Look, the U.S., y'all know, y'all have been holding me down, and I am so grateful for everyone who is tuning in from California, New York, Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, Maryland, Texas, Florida. Hey, what's up, y'all? Jersey, Illinois, Alabama, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, DC, Michigan, Connecticut, Indiana, Washington, Tennessee, Mississippi, Oregon, or Oregon, depending on who you ask, Missouri, Wisconsin, Louisiana, Hawaii, Massachusetts, Colorado, Nevada, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Arizona, Minnesota, Kentucky, Rhode Island. What up? Okay. Delaware. Shout outs to my line sister from Delaware. Iowa, Maine. Hello, Maine. How are you? My goodness, I hear it's beautiful there, as well as New Hampshire, Nebraska, Kansas, West Virginia, Idaho, South Dakota, and Montana. Look, I could go deeper and get into the cities and shout everyone out, but I want to thank you for tuning in from those states. I have driven cross country. I have taken residence in a number of these states: North Carolina, of course, New York, California, and to know that you hear me, that you are here with me, and that you value what it is that I am doing here on tour, and the value that those who join me and take center stage bring. It is really heartwarming, and I want to know what it is that you want more of, right? So I feel like this is a conversation. I want to hear from you. So as I always do, I tell you to email me. Leave a comment, leave a review, connect with me. Be sure to do those things, because I want to know what it is that you want to hear as you tune in, right? And then I'm going to keep going down the list. Now, you have to bear with me, because I told you it's going to be a celebration. But here's the thing, right? Somebody probably is like, okay, is she going to really read every area or region that is tuning in? And it's a yes. It's also a no, because like I said, I'm not going to go into the cities and the various regions that fall within these countries. But here's the thing. It is so important to acknowledge those who are showing up for you. When people step foot into your arena, whatever that arena looks like, it is your responsibility to acknowledge them. Sometimes you can't make your way through the crowd and shake hands and kiss babies, or ride the wave. What do they call it? I was about to say swag surf, but clearly that's my collegiate brain going off and me thinking about trap music. But whatever that's called, when you just like jump into the crowd, you don't get that opportunity. But we all know what it's like to not be acknowledged when we show up for people and we show up for them in a major way. And that's why I think it is so important for me to stop and smell the roses, be present, and celebrate the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we are already winning. So yes, this is my disclaimer, but yes, this is also me letting you know that I see you and I am grateful for you. So I appreciate everyone who is tuning in from the United Kingdom, South Korea, South Africa, Canada, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Slovakia, France, Switzerland, Israel. Oh my goodness. Puerto Rico, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, Nigeria. You know you hold a special place in my heart. Ghana, the Netherlands, Japan, Belize. Also one of my favorite places on earth. Kenya, Greece, Mexico, Antigua, and oh my gosh. I'm just gonna say Antigua, okay? Don't get upset with me. The Dominican Republic, the United States of okay, I just clearly said the United States. Hello, somebody. United Arab Emirates, Brazil, New Zealand, Australia, Spain. Oh, okay. Y'all are rocking with the Give My Life tour. And I'm hyped right now because this is a complete blessing. And I'm going to continue, but I also have to say this. The fact that there are people tuning in from so many different parts of the world reminds me of the power, not only in showing up for ourselves, but also of being in community. I know I say this time and time again, but this is all about getting the answers to the questions that life poses to you, right? That we can only get from being in intimate relationship with others, from having a willing heart, an open heart, and an open mind about doing life together. Like, this is just not a podcast for me. The Get My Life tour is just not a lifestyle brand, right? This is literally how I'm living my life. I am getting my life. How I live my life is my business. And that mantra just, is everything for me, because we have to really be invested in ourselves, and to know that people are invested in what it is that we are doing here, right? And I'm super mindful about saying we, because it's not about me. Like, yeah, I like to talk, and this is great. I hear the feedback and it's positive, but this is about us, right? So all of that to say, thank you. Let me continue. Excuse me for clearing my throat. But thank you to everyone who was tuning in Spain. I may have left off there, but I'm going to just say it again. Barbados, India, Morocco, Dominica, Haiti. Oh my. Thank you so much. Thailand, the Congo, Belgium, the Philippines, Norway, the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste. I am not even sure where that is, but thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. That is awesome. The Cayman Islands, Singapore, Afghanistan, Namibia, Qatar, Russia, Turkey, Botswana, Indonesia, Romania, Zimbabwe. Oh my goodness. The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, Somalia, Jamaica, Taiwan, Bangladesh, Kuwait, Austria, St. Lucia, what up? Colombia, Argentina, Macedonia, Portugal, Iraq, Uruguay, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Guam, Ukraine, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Iceland. Y'all, what is up? When I take all of that in and I still have to process it, I'm just thinking about how good it feels to be welcomed with open arms, right? It is so important for us to be stewards of our time, of our ear gates, of our eye gates, of our heart gates, and to let me in is an incredible feeling. So thank you for letting me in. Thank you for trusting me along your journey and for seeing me fit for this part of your life. That is special. And I do not take that lightly. I know there are so many different cultures and ways of doing things and etiquettes and customs and traditions, but the fact that you are willing to hear what I have to share, willing to hear what others who grace, center stage have to say, is just amazing. Thank you for letting us in. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of people who are on their airways and have, their experiences and their expertise to share, but you are here and I appreciate that. I am just so full. And when I thought about all of what this stop on the tour would look like, I just knew that I wouldn't be able to contain myself. And I'm trying so hard, but it's important to celebrate your wins, okay? I know there was an entire episode in this season dedicated to adopting the mentality that you are already winning. And to that point, right, and to elaborate on that, it is so important. It's essential to celebrate your wins along the way. Some of us are so used to playing it small, or we want to just fall back and be under the radar. But let me tell you something. If no one else is going to celebrate you, you must celebrate yourself, right? It's one thing when other people don't show up for you, aren't rooting for you, or whatever the case may be. But it's another thing when you choose to act that way or not take action at all. It weighs on you. And I feel like that is what shows up later in life. And it shows up in everything that you do. There is a distinct difference between those who celebrate themselves and those who sleep on themselves. Right. And I have honestly been on both ends of the spectrum, and I know what that's like. And let me tell you something. I just most definitely rather, and that was horrible English, but I much rather celebrate myself in the small wins, the big wins, all of that. Reflect on moments where I don't feel like I'm winning, but often and really note that I am already winning, right? So I know that was an earful, but y'all, I cannot explain how excited I am. I remember when I first went on what I coined my Get My Life tour, where I was, and I had so many emotions. I was like, okay, I'm leaving here. I'm doing this. I've already been trying to show and prove. Okay. Uh-oh. And then 2 years later, still trying to figure out, should I be having these conversations? I don't know. And then receiving confirmation, right? And now to think 2 years, after that, right? This has been, oh my gosh, like a 4-year journey. Oh my goodness. Nothing happens overnight, okay? And I know we hear that time and time again. An overnight success takes 10 years. My prayer is that it don't take 10, okay? I ain't trying to rush the process, but at the same time, I'm like, how much time do we have here? Who knows, right? Our maker. But I say that, and it's really dawning on me that all great things take time. And I want you to remember that no matter where it is that you're tuning in from, no matter what it is that you are going through and experiencing, overcoming, working through, or just on your journey of transformation, everything takes time. There's a divine time, and it's important that you remember to keep your pace, to not compare yourselves to others, and to just go for it. It's better to start than to question yourself and become stagnant and one day realize, oh my gosh, I could have been where I wanted to be, or I could have been further along on my journey because you got in your own way. Okay. So I'll leave you with that, but I also will say, get out of your own way, right? Get started and get out of your own way. I'm thinking about the reference of not going toe to toe with a giant, right? They say never go toe to toe with a giant. Sometimes we are that giant. You feel me? And I say that not in an arrogant or egotistical way, but when you recognize who you are, your strength, how tall you stand, and how, I don't want to say small. I don't want to say small, right? But When things are put into perspective for you because you have an understanding of who you are, you have to stay out of your way. Don't go toe to toe with yourself. You feel me? You have to make room for all that is supposed to flow in and out of your life. Y'all. Okay, look, I'm over here and I'm saying these things and I'm just like, okay, Lydia, okay, remember, take that for yourself, okay? Because we have to be willing to take our own advice. Look, I don't want to keep you long, but I did want to say thank you to everyone. And we're still in the thick of season 3 here on the Get My Life tour. I can't believe there have already been we're 10 episodes into season 3. And I don't know about you. I'm going to just go ahead and toot the horn. You know what I'm saying? Tap the mic, drop it right now. I don't know. But it has been a strong season. So I also want to thank everybody who has shown up and showed out. Right. But there's so much more to come. You guys know, those of you who've been tuned in for some time now or on tour for some time now, that I do not preview upcoming guests. And I do that just to, you know what I'm saying, keep it exclusive and have that nice element of surprise. Leave, you know what I'm saying, you all wanting more, but also because I just want to, you know what I'm saying, keep things cool, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I can't wait to share the rest of season 3 with you. There are some incredible women and men, couplepreneurs, best friends in business, just fathers and mothers and single individuals who have great love ethics, worth ethics, work ethics, and stories, how through stories that are really going to shake some things up, honestly. And I can't wait to share that with you. I'm so excited. I'm smiling ear to ear right now. And I know somebody's probably like, well, could you at least give us a hint? Nah, I can't. Right. Because if I give you certain information ahead of time, I don't want you to kind of manipulate or guess or assume what something could be like. I want you to wait for what is meant for you. And that is something that I have to practice oftentimes as well. I'm like, okay, so get ready. Okay. Get ready for, I want to say real rap raw, but I'll say transformation and more gems and incredible mic drop moments, because they are definitely coming your way. Okay. Look, when I think about where I was and where I am, I'm just so grateful for being open to being on this journey. And I'm so blessed by the way that me saying yes has opened so many doors, right? But more importantly, the doors of people's hearts. And I know that may sound corny, but I'm so serious, y'all. Like, there's no way that you're just tuning in and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I get it. I get it, because I'm here having open heart surgery with y'all. Okay. And the transformation, the healing, the posture checks, the checks from the neck up, the gut checks, all of those things are very real for me too. And I'm glad that I get to experience that with other people, because when we experience a lot of that on our own in isolation, it doesn't resonate the same, or it can be very cutting, right? So there's something healing about the space that I really appreciate. Deep breaths. Oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful. Okay, before I continue with my love fest and keep you any longer, I just want to share my mic drop moment. What I want to leave you with is stop waiting for other people to celebrate you. Find ways to celebrate yourself, even when no one else gets excited. Keep that same energy. KTSE, okay? Keep that same energy. And then you will see how others begin to show up for you, right? Sometimes people are late to the party and they're still able to have a good time. Others don't deserve an invitation. Others will hear about it and wish they were there. And then based on those things, you can figure out who needs to be in the room when you decide to extend the invitation. Y'all, I am so glad that you've accepted the invitation. I'm glad that you have decided to stay and enjoy and just be on this journey with me. I am so grateful. And I hope that you continue to listen with your heart. You continue to subscribe and download. Let me know what your thoughts are. I truly would love to hear from you, especially those who are tuning in from miles and miles and miles away from different sides of the equator or what have you. I want to hear from you. So be sure to leave a review wherever you tune into the podcast, to email me at joinme@thegetmylifetour.com. Talk to me on social media. I talk back. As always, be sure to stay connected with the Get My Life Tour by visiting the website, thegetmylifetour.com. Tune in, subscribe, download, review. Tell a friend, share the podcast with someone else. It's a celebration. Let them know what's going on over here. Okay. If you would like to stay connected with me journalistically, be sure to do so. Visit my website, lydiatblanco.com, or connect with me on social at Lydia T Blanco. And, I can't wait. I cannot wait for the next stop on the tour. It is going to be lit. Okay. That is all I'm going to say, but know that, it is going to be impactful, and yes, it will be a couple. So you can look forward to that. My little hint. All right. Look, I am so grateful. I hope that you get that. I hope that you made it through the entirety of, this episode, and that you were able to get some of the nuggets that I shared in between me being so hype about what's happening here. But you know what I'm saying? It has been real, and I will see you on the next stop. Until then, peace.